You ever notice how a person can say one thing, do the opposite, swear they had a reason, and still act shocked when you point it out? Human behavior is a maze built by millions of years of survival mistakes, instincts that refuse to die, and a brain that evolved to keep you alive, not consistent. If you've ever wondered why people do what they do, listen closely, because the uncomfortable truth is that most decisions aren't driven by logic. They're driven by ancient systems running under the surface, making choices before you even finish the thought that you're choosing. The first force is the survival instinct disguised as personality. That quick flare of anger, that's not your temper. That's a threat response left over from when shadows could kill you. The sudden urge to withdraw from an argument? That's the freeze response, evolution's way of saying, if you don't move, maybe the predator doesn't see you. People behave the way they do because their nervous system reacts a full half second before they're aware of anything. By the time they think they made a decision, biology already moved. Then there's the tribal mind, the ancient rule that says belonging is safety. You copy opinions to avoid isolation. You mirror expressions to avoid conflict. You follow social scripts even when they drain you, because the brain treats rejection like physical pain, literally. The same circuitry lights up. So when someone conforms to a group they secretly dislike, understand, their brain believes standing alone is more dangerous than being wrong. A third engine behind human behavior is energy conservation. The brain is a power-hungry machine, devouring 20% of your calories while weighing only a fraction of your body. It hates spending energy unless it must, so it automates everything: habits, biases, shortcuts. This is why people repeat the same mistakes. It is simply cheaper for the brain to run old code than rewrite the program. Laziness isn't a character flaw. It's a biological strategy for survival. This section is based on practical field survival experience rather than formal academic sources. Fear shapes behavior more than truth ever will. Fear is fast, logical reasoning is slow, and danger, real or imagined, wins the race every time. A person will avoid opportunities because they remember a single failure. They'll sabotage relationships because vulnerability feels like exposure. They'll cling to familiar pain rather than risk unfamiliar peace. The brain hoards negative memories like survival lessons and treats positive ones like optional decor. The result? People behave defensively, even when no threat exists. Another driver is narrative bias. Humans must explain why things happen. They can't stand randomness. So the brain fills gaps, invents meanings, creates stories where none exist. When someone misreads your silence as anger or interprets a coincidence as fate, it's not irrationality. It's the brain stitching a coherent story so the world feels survivable. Without meaning-making, humans fall into chaos. With it, they fall into illusion. Either way, behavior bends to the story, not the facts. But the deepest layer, the one people rarely acknowledge, is emotional logic. Most actions are emotional decisions dressed in intellectual excuses. You buy things to feel status, not comfort. You argue to feel control, not truth. You chase dopamine spikes, avoid cortisol hits, and call the whole grand mess free will. Emotions steer the ship. Reasoning writes the captain's log after the fact. Understanding this is the closest thing you'll get to decoding human behavior. And finally, there's the survival instinct for identity. Once the brain decides who you are, confident, insecure, victim, hero, it protects that identity with the same intensity it protects the body. Challenge someone's worldview and watch them defend it like territory. Tell them they're wrong and watch their amygdala fire like a flare gun. People behave the way they do because identity is the last shelter the mind believes it owns. So, when you look at someone acting irrational, stubborn, or chaotic, remember this: they're not broken, they're ancient. They are shaped by instincts older than civilization, wired with systems designed for deserts and danger, trying to function in a world of screens, noise, and emotional landmines. Humans behave the way they do because their brains are constantly trying to protect them, sometimes too much, sometimes too little, sometimes in ways that make no sense at all. But once you understand these forces, fear, belonging, energy, habit, stories, emotion, identity, you stop taking behavior at face value. You start seeing the machinery behind it. And suddenly the world becomes less confusing, less frustrating, and much more predictable. Because the truth is simple. People aren't mysterious. They're survival machines trying to make it through the day, with instincts built for a world that no longer exists.